Hi everybody, my name is David. This is part 3 of my question and answer video I do every single week. I'm answering questions from last week. Anybody who has a question, please go down below in the description box, into the comment section, and I will answer your questions next Monday in the next question and answer video. All I ask is please give us your locations. Let us know where you're from, everyone. Thank you very much. Okay, next question in part 3 is from Emily in Latvia. Hi, Emily. Hello, David. Could you please kindly talk about hope? The hope we all as victims, survivors have while living with narcissists or other toxic person. I had hope for 12 years, but he did not change. I realized that passively hoping one day he will change is a very dangerous place. By giving yourselves a hope, we are giving a narcissist more time to abuse us. Grateful for all your work you do for us. Many thanks. Thank you for telling me always, Emily. Okay, I'm going to be pretty specific this time. Hope. I think we all had some degree of hope that this person we're with and this relationship we're in will be like it was when it started. Yeah, right? That's the hope, right? It was good then. Most people in most relationships start out good. That's why we keep investing in them, because they make us feel good, okay? And I want to talk about victims of this stuff, victims of toxic, manipulative people that are in relationships with them. We've been neglected in childhood, and that's something that's hard for all of you guys to see, most of you. I know that. Our parents did not teach us to meet our own emotional needs. Didn't teach us how to do that. They didn't meet our needs for us, and they didn't teach us how to do that. I call that not enough love, and it creates a void that we have. Parents loving us enough teaches us how to love ourselves and take care of ourselves emotionally, to make sure that we're in beautiful, loving, functional, growing relationships where our emotional needs are met. But when they didn't give us enough love, we have a void, okay? And we now believe that we need that love from someone else, okay? Possibly our parents didn't unconditionally love us. They loved us conditionally. Whatever the reason is, they did not meet our emotional needs. And that is a void. We didn't get enough attention and love, okay? And because we didn't get enough from our parents, we're looking for somebody else to fill that void. And that's where we are wrong. We aren't supposed to get so excited when we meet someone. It's not supposed to start so fast. And we're not supposed to want to. With people who got enough love and don't have a void, they won't do that. They'll be like, this is too much, too fast. Oh my gosh, what is this? I don't want this, don't need this. No, thank you. But we're like, oh, big void, jump right in. Finally, somebody that loves us unconditionally. Taking over for our parents didn't do enough. Now we found somebody to do us. Now we found someone to love us. And our hormones go crazy. Serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin, endorphins go nuts. Lots and lots of chemicals, even mixed in with cortisol, stress chemical. That's why our palms get sweaty. We get a lump in our throat when it's hard to talk to somebody at first, maybe. Maybe not everybody, but it's an idealized mate that we all idealize to a certain degree. But when you idealize a void, to fill a void, oh my gosh. And we meet somebody that's just like us in the sense of having a void. We date our own emotional self-worth. We identify with other people that have been neglected, abused, traumatized, in pain, suffering, hurt, don't trust people. I know they have a personality disorder. There's more to it psychologically, much more. But that's the gist of it. We identify with them. That's why we feel sorry for them. No, you feel sorry for yourself, because once you heal, you don't need to feel sorry for other people anymore. So it's amazing. Those hormones can only be simulated by artificial sources. That much, that intense. Heroin, crack cocaine. Seriously, gambling, sex, alcohol. It's an addiction. And we're with these people. It's toxic, it's tumultuous, it's up and down, it's unstable. I hate you, or I hate you, I love you. You're the only person in my life. Now there's somebody else. I want to be with you forever. Don't want to be with you anymore. This makes us addicted. We've been neglected and not taught how to remove ourselves from emotional, dangerous situations. And instead, we stay with people who are emotionally dangerous to us. That's what we were programmed to do. I made a video with Nova last week. Why do we stay with the narcissist for so long? I'd recommend watching that if you haven't. I know you have, Emily. But anybody else who has questions like this, try to watch that. The hope is that our hormones, that you will make my hormones go up and up like you used to in the beginning. But just like any other drug, we have highs and we have lows. And this goes down in the relationship you're in, just like a relationship with heroin. The highs don't get you as high anymore. Okay? The lows get lower. The highs are lower, the lows are lower. Boom, 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 boom. You guys haven't been with your ex maybe for a month or two, and your brain's saying, oh God, if I just have one more night, I know I'd feel better. No, you won't. It won't. It won't feel as good as it used to. It'll still be down here, and the lows will be lower, and they'll abuse you, and it'll create shame and guilt. We hold on to that hope. I want it like that again. If you ask a heroin addict, when was the best time you ever got high? You guys know this. The first time. The first time. There's sayings for that amongst drug addicts about that. Chasing it. Chasing the high. Chasing the first time you got high. That was the best. Same thing, guys. The first time with them was the best. The beginning of the relationship was the best. Also, when you were dating somebody, the very beginning is easy. We haven't committed. We haven't attached yet, maybe. We're not all invested yet. And there's less problems, less fears kick in. We aren't fear of abandonment yet and stuff like this. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense to you, Emily, and anybody else watching. Please keep asking me if it doesn't. I like this subject, and we need to understand, okay? This is the root of our problem, isn't it? This is the first things that start helping people understand there's stuff we need to fix about ourselves, too. Okay? Thank you, Emily. I hope I answered that for you. Just ask me again if I haven't. Andrea from Romania. Hello, Andrea. Thank you for your answer. I will contact a lawyer. I appreciate you. Good, good. Thank you for telling me. Thank you for your videos. It helped me a lot. I have another question. Should I tell about the traumatic experience to my next partner, or should I just tell him that the relationship ended and not to mention that that was an abusive one? Very common question. Here's the answer. When you heal from this stuff, we don't have a need to tell people. No big deal. Who cares? If you have a need to tell people, especially people you just met, we're not healed. That's good. Talk about it. But to someone we just met, nope. Nope. Hire a professional, because you can go and tell your friends and your family, but they can't help you. Friends and family are meant for just bouncing things off, a little bit of emotional support. Oh, he's an a-hole. I agree. That's not what therapists do. That's not what life coaches do. That's not what psychotherapists, psychiatrists. Okay? We need to get it out, and that's how we heal from it. But if you have this dying urge to tell every guy that you just start dating, oh my God, I was abused by a narcissist. Do you want a narcissist list? Narcissist, and he did this to me, and he did that to me, and it was so awful. Oh my God. See that? I'm not healed. Okay? If I go 2 years not dating somebody, and I've processed everything in my past that's happened, I know exactly why it happened, and I fixed it, and I can explain it really easily to people, and I feel all better. And when I talk about the experiences, no emotions there. I don't hate them. I'm proud of them. And the next person I date, don't really need to talk about it. Does that make sense? If they ask about it, you can tell them. It's easier because you don't care anymore. You're healed. If I was to start dating someone new tomorrow, I don't care about my past relationships where I was abused by a girl anymore. I don't care. I've forgotten a lot of it. And I have no more emotion from it anymore. So it's just a part of my life like all the other parts. Not so significant anymore. Okay? Good indication of where you're at in your healing, right? But my advice is we don't tell people too much in the beginning anyways. We have to learn how and when to be vulnerable. Relationships cannot grow, be functional, loving, nothing until we are vulnerable. Okay? But we don't need to be healthy, loving, functional, growing relationships with a man that we just met in a week or a month. Right? We don't commit to them right away. It takes a long time to get to know who somebody is. And we take that time. It's not 100 questions every time we see them. That's how I get to know them right away. No, we're going to take time because we're not in a rush. We're not codependent. I can be by myself. I don't need somebody. You don't make my hormones go woo, woo, woo. People don't do that to me anymore, guys. Like I was talking about with the last question. I don't meet females and they don't make my hormones go through the roof anymore. I filled my void. Okay? And if somebody were to do that, I wouldn't like it. Like I used to. I wouldn't like it. I hope that makes sense, Andrea. Telling somebody that you had an abusive relationship when you're healed also doesn't make you vulnerable. Telling a predator, right? You don't know yet, you don't know them. Telling a predator that you've been a victim before. We're now telling people some of our core vulnerabilities. Fear that you might abuse me. Predators will bring this up. They'll throw it in your face. They'll know how to do it, just like the last one did it. Okay? I hope that helps. We don't need to tell people anything like that. And when you're healed from it, you won't feel a need to. And when you heal from it, it won't matter if you do. Right? And if I tell the next predator in my life about the last predator in my life, if it's been a long time and I'm healed from it, they can't really exploit that. They can't say, oh, look, you've been abused before. Look, you blame this. And, all these mind games they play, it won't work on me. I don't care. I'm healed. I don't need you to explain anything for me because I understand it. I can explain it to you. See? But we don't dive right in with people anyways in the beginning, okay? They don't need to know, about your family. May not even need to meet your family for a while. Definitely not going to meet your kids for a long time. They don't need to come over inside your house. Okay? Thanks. Hello, David. I'm Stella from Ontario, Canada. Hi, Stella. Thank you for your amazing videos. Helps so much. My question is you're welcome. Thank you for telling me. My question is, my ex-narc is posting fake videos from Google Photos of food and beaches and restaurants, pretending to be on dates. He is lying to his Facebook friends and commenting how good the company is, yet it's a fraud. I found most of the photos on Google. Why is he a fraud? Thank you so much. God bless you. Because, Stella, someone who has a strong, stable sense of their self knows what they value, they know what they need, they know how they feel, they know what they want, and they know what their opinion is on things, okay? And they can recall it right away. They know it, and it doesn't change all the time, and they show it in their actions and in their choices. If I value honesty, and I say, I'm honest, I'm telling you who I am, okay? If I start lying, if I say it's okay to lie to my boss tomorrow, I've got to move what is principle in my life. I have to move it out of the way and just say, just this time. But just doing it just that time makes it easier to do it again. These things get easier to move around until you don't really care. And that's your stability. None. People that lie all the time have no problem lying. People that steal have no problem stealing over time, right? For someone that's honest, like me, you, people watching this that never cheat, lie, and steal, it's almost impossible for me to do it. It's almost impossible. I can't do it. I can't go that against who I am. It feels too awkward and weird, and I don't like it. I'll feel guilty and ashamed. And yeah. Why is he a fraud? He doesn't know who he is. He doesn't really value anything that's moral. He probably values money, sex, looks, status, cars, Doesn't know what he needs, doesn't give himself what he needs. Doesn't know what he wants. He probably cuts off his feelings, doesn't even know how he feels. That feels bad, ignore it, numb it, drink. Hurt people, I hurt, so I'll hurt people. I hope that makes sense. Loose morals, yeah. I mean, the biggest thing is I got to tell everybody, one of the biggest lessons I ever learned is that we're all different. Even though we are all equal, we're all so different, and not everybody values the morals that you value, period. And we can have people like that, around us, but not in our interpersonal life. It'll never, ever work. And people don't value the same morals you value. Very important to know. Okay? Thank you. If I didn't answer your question, you didn't understand, ask me again, please. Thanks. And I think that's it. Oh, and also I want to add, things that you don't like, things that are negative, things that are immoral to you, that go against who you are, that go against your morals, go against your opinions, go against what you want, what you need, and feel gross, stop doing it. Stop. Stop looking. Who cares? You're not going to change him. You're not going to change the world in that sense. Okay? Who cares? Don't see it anymore. It's disgusting. If you have a history with this person, it makes it even worse. Okay? Don't look at it anymore, and it won't bother you as much. Okay? And yeah, that's it. That's all the questions. Like I said, there's only about 10 or a dozen this time. That's okay. Everybody, please love yourself first. Put your feelings and what you need and want before other people. Crazy, I know, huh? But we're used to being selfless. It's okay to be a little selfish sometimes, but we've got to give ourselves what we need, and it has to come first, right? I love that analogy that a mother has to put on her mask on an airplane if something goes wrong and the oxygen mask drop. Mom puts on hers first so that she can take care of the baby. You guys want to take care of somebody? Take care of yourself first. Because if we did that with our abusers that we want to take care of, we won't take care of them anymore. If we put ourselves first. Because the abuser won't allow you to be first. Okay? Thank you, everybody. Love yourself first. Ask me questions. If you think I helped you or anybody else, can you please help me what I'm doing? Subscribe to my channel. Vote up or down there. Hit that like button and comment. Put it in share it with people. Put it in a playlist. It'll really, really help me. Thank you, guys. Love yourself first. I'll see you next week, okay? Take care of yourselves. Goodbye.